I would say is the Elvis one. 2 bands right now.
The easy way out.
Do you think that we're going forward or do you think that we're going backwards? What's good, y'all? I go by the name of IzzeYe and we are back. I'm here with my guy,
Dane with 5-Star Vintage.
Yes, sir. Hey, you know I like to switch it up and mix it up every time we do a video. And this is my guy, man. Genuinely, this is my guy. Brother from another mother's mother of a mother sister. He got a great collection in his hands. So I just thought we'd pull up and just see where his mind is. The mind of a vintage seller. I want to do this for y'all because a lot of people don't cover a lot of vintage fashion. And he's an expert at that. I'm telling y'all he is. So y'all know it's true.
Yes, sir. What you
My
got?
first question is, what made you want to tap into like vintage selling?
Man, honestly, bro, I've always liked fashion. I've always been into like dressing well. You know, I've always been more like a suit and tie, like preppy kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I moved to LA, you know, I started hearing all about like vintage. So, you know, I started exploring a little bit more. And then once I really started digging in, started really liking like what I was seeing. It was like definitely like my vibe. You know, it goes with a lot of like the styles that I wear, you know, the bold prints and stuff like that. And then it was a wrap from there, man.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. That's fire. So how many years would you say you've been tapping into this?
Since 2018, at the end of 2018. So
Okay, still fresh.
Yeah, still pretty fresh.
Yeah, okay. Do you have like a favorite old school 80s, 70s brand that's one of like your top tier's favorite that when you find it, you know, you're going on your hunts, you're going on your finds. Do you have a particular brand that like makes you say, yo, bro, today's my day?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bob Mackie,
Okay.
hands down.
Okay. Can you give me a little history on Bob Mackie for people that don't know who that is?
Okay.
Give me a brief.
American designer from California.
Mm.
But, you know, he started off like with, you know, doing a lot of like costume work.
Yeah.
And as he grew in that field, he really started like honing in on his skills and started designing his own things. And when I say costume work, I mean, there's a lot of people that you probably already know that he worked with. People like Cher, you know, like Sonny and Cher. He did a lot of costumes for her, Tina Turner. People like Diana Ross, you know, and just to name a few people. So
yeah,
once he really started tapping into his bag, man, it's like, you know, you really started seeing his creativity. It's called wearable art.
yeah.
And it's like the name says, like when you see it, it looks like art that you're wearing.
Right.
So, you know, I can show you a few pieces if you would like, and you
yeah,
know, kind of make your own,
yeah,
your own judgment
definitely,
about
yeah, bro.
what I just told you.
Yeah, definitely show me a couple pieces, bro.
All right.
So show me your favorite. Like it don't gotta be the best. Don't gotta be the top, because I know how we are with fashion, bro. So it can be your top 3, top 2, top 3, whatever Bob Mackie shirt that you
Okay,
like.
absolutely. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Woo.
Just give you a little example right here. This one's like a color block. You can see, you know, the different prints, very pastel. But like it says, it looks like art that you're wearing. It stands out when you see it, but it's also like a statement piece.
Bro, this is giving me like it's like hippies meets like awards. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see myself. You could wear this at the award show with a nice scarf or something like this. But at the same time, I feel like a hippie was wearing this with some like big flare pants and his feet was out, no socks.
You can tell the mine already going, man. You seen it one time and it's a wrap. They're similar with like the color block. You got the solid over here. You know, he depicts a night like a spotlight night, like when you go out and in Hollywood and the bright lights are showing, and you know, in the middle of winter, this is how you show up and you show out.
Cigar, you know what I'm saying? Cigar in mouth. You can wear like a nice black suit over it. You know what I mean? It's like I got something that pops, but at the same time still presentable.
Absolutely. Which Bob Mackie stands out more to you? You go ahead.
All right, bet. I get chills when I go through stuff like this. It's the easy way out. But it's so player, bro. This is like Bobby Brown. You know what I mean? Poison. I was taking a walk.
What's the move? Another one. I would choose this.
Ooh, see, I look at that. I see that.
I think he missed this. I tried pointing it out to him, but he missed it. He missed it.
Like, what is your personal mission with your fashion? Like, with what you want to do with this vintage selling? Like, because some people, they just like, yo, I just want to make a quick couple of dollars, which actually isn't bad because the vintage world is booming right now. Like, but what is your personal mission for like vintage selling in 2022 or 2023?
Well, when I started in this business, you know, I always wanted to introduce something different. Like I said, something a little bit nicer. And I feel like being here in LA, a lot of the times that you see what people are wearing is like streetwear, you know? So I wanted to introduce this higher end side to people and let them know that, hey, that there's a whole other side to it, and kind of push that a little bit more. Because I feel like, you know, when everyone thinks about like stuff like this, they think like, you know, Versace and, you know, those kind of brands. I wanted to show them like, hey, there's a lot more out there, a lot more great designers that we may not know that's out there. And, you know, it took me diving into, you know, the business and being able to, you know, find out a lot about all these designers as well. So, you know, for me, I definitely want to have something where people can remember. People, you know, when people see it, they're like, yo, you know, I did it my way.
Especially since TikTok came out, you know, I do TikTok, and so I see the trends firsthand all the time. People
Absolutely.
like, oh, this, we got to do it this style because people like this, but in actuality, a lot of those trends, when people wear those in real life, they really don't translate well. And I'm not trying to degrade anybody's fashion, but it's just like sometimes you don't have to be the sheep, you could be the wolf. And sometimes the wolf that goes and find his own, you know what I mean, prey, he's the one that comes out with the, you know, different poppy colors. You're like, wait, where you get that? That's a one of one.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's really important, bro, what you're doing, because a lot of people don't even know where to get this stuff. Like, they don't even know like how to think in this format. Like, they're not thinking about getting multi-pattern things. And then like, what will be your advice to people in the world where they can kind of step into their essence? Like, what do you think they should do? Step one.
Well, I mean, you know, you always got to be yourself. You know, you don't have to, like you said, there's a lot of trends going out. You don't have to follow the trends. You know, you can use those things as examples, but always got to stay true to who you are, you know, and once you understand who you are and where you're going, then, you know, all that other stuff is just basically distractions.
Right.
You know, just hone in on what you love to do and move in that direction.
For me personally, like, I gravitated to your shit when I met you because I'm a firm believer in clothing being a part of self-expression.
100%.
So it's like, if I see the clothes that you're collecting, like, or look kind of similar to what I envision for myself, that means that we kind of got a similar version of expression. It might not be the same, but it's like a similar essence, a similar like vibrance, a similar like light behind it. You know what I mean? Because like, bro, not everybody can want to sell stuff like this or want to wear stuff like this or stand by.
Pull it off.
You feel me? So yeah, bro, definitely.
Can pull it off.
Yeah.
Probably calling me.
I ain't going. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I got your joint on right now. I got one of your joints on right now. You feel me? State of fashion we're in right now. Do you think that we're going forward, or do you think that we're going backwards? And you could take that any way you want to take that.
I think right now we're going backwards. When I say backwards, I feel like a lot of the styles and designs that people are coming up with now are from like the past. Like a lot of like vintage styles, like the cuts, the prints, and all those things. Or, you know, they say fashion is a cycle, so of course, but you can kind of tell like now the way fashion is moving, a lot of it is based off of vintage. Right. So I feel like we're going backwards, but, you know, adding our own little touch to it to make it more futuristic.
Right. And that's why, bro, I was just, I got off the elevator and some girl was like, oh, I love your style. It's like so 70s. I was like, nah, baby, this ain't. She's like, yeah, it's so 70s. It's such the past. I love it. And I was like, this ain't the past, baby. This the future.
Exactly.
This the future.
Exactly.
For sure. Because it's like, you know, like if you look at Afrofuturism, like that is a fashion genre, and it's Afrofuture. The word futurism is in it for a reason. A lot of people think that like 70s attire is just like, oh, it's just the 70s. But no, 70s went into the 80s, it went into the 90s, it went into the 2000s, it went into today, and now it's transforming. It's forever evolutionizing, and that's why I love it.
And that's why I tell people, like, you know, you have timeless pieces. Like, it doesn't matter the era.
Yeah.
Like, you can make something vintage look very modern or futuristic.
Yeah.
It's all about how you put it together. It's your sense of style. It's your sense of fashion. So,
yeah,
I agree with that, man.
Yeah, bro. That shit is, it's important, bro, because people can get lost, and like I'll go out and I'll see people be like, damn, I need to find glasses that look like Balenciaga glasses, or I need to keep up. And I learned one thing in life: if you're trying to keep up with something, 9 times out of 10 you're behind. You're already behind. Because it already was created. The trend was already created 2 years, 3 years prior, and now it's becoming popular. But it's been here. So it's up to us to just keep saying, yo, how can we revolutionize fashion in the way we see fit? We don't got to go out and create something new. No. Sometimes you can go and find those timeless pieces, like you said, and just dig in the crates, like find a person who sells one of one like you, create your own aesthetic around that, and just build within that. So when you wake up in the morning, like, what are you about to ask me, bro? When you wake up in the morning, when you're about to get dressed, what is the first thing that you're looking for, like, to make your outfit for that day? Is it the shoes? Is it the pants? Or is it the shirt? Or is it how you feel?
It's just how I feel that day. If it's something more streetwear, I'll go that way. If it's something more preppy, I'll go that way. But usually when I'm starting to pick my outfit off, I start with the top. And then base everything else around that, you know, and then the shoes is usually like the last touch.
Got you.
You know,
look at this. Let me get that thing in the light. I was standing at the back. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It gives you like So Miami, you know, like Versace kind of vibe, like colors, the prints, the cuts. Man, honestly, they range anywhere from like 300 all the way up to like 2,000. It depends on the print. It depends on, you know, the condition and those things. Like one of the
Hello?
One of the real ones are, I would say, is the Elvis one.
Yeah.
That's the one that would be probably on the higher side of the price bracket.
And that's out there somewhere.
Yeah, because they only made a limited edition of those Elvis ones. Wow. So I think it was 50, if I'm not mistaken, only 50 made with a certain Elvis print. They had like a couple of them, different styles of Elvis print, but I think they made about 50 of each one. So they make them very limited, and that's why they cost $2 right now.
What kind of advice do you have for people that want to become vintage sellers like yourself and get to this level?
Okay. Yeah, so it's all about like honing in and like I said, be true to yourself, honing in, and really going after it, getting out there. You know, once you understand like what you're doing and how you can position yourself in the market, you know, just pretty much, you know, find what works for you. And you know, there's a lot of trial and error in the process and stuff, like especially when you're in person, because you know, things that you might like, people may not like, but it's all about an adjustment period. And just, you know, also be ready to be open to, you know, adjusting as well. And don't just focus on what you love. You got to let the customers give you feedback, and you know, that'll help you a lot moving forward. But yeah, got to get out there, you know, use every platform that you can. Because there's a lot of sellers out there now, so take advantage of all the selling platforms. And biggest thing is, I feel as though that people buy from you. You know, you always got to be true to yourself. Like if people vibe with you, people love your energy, they'll always want to refer you. They'll always want to come back to you, or you know, they'll always want to, you know, give you their business or help you in any way that they can. So, you know, having good energy, good intentions behind what you're doing, I mean, that goes a long way.
Yeah, bro, and it shows when I met you and you was at your booth, bro, it shows. Like your booth being there, you got the music, you got the people, you got the vibes, and people feel like at ease, at home when they at your booth. So that speaks volumes, bro. But I really appreciate you
Absolutely, man.
doing this with me, bro. Like, this is, believe it or not, to a lot of people out there, they're really going to value this video. They're going to take a lot of gems from this video, and they're going to be able to step outside of their comfort zone. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate
Thanks
you,
for
my
coming
G.
out, man.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate
bro.
it, brother.
Yeah, bro. I'm going to just take this to my crib for like a year. I'm going to try this shit on, and then I'll bring it back to you, my G.
And that's a wrap.
Cheers.